Welcome back. Remember that wee tiny hole in the scuttle panel that we talked about? Well, somebody's clearly been here before. The inner bit doesn't look great either, so I'm going to have to pick this back, I think, on the spot welds here and here. I'm not doing the whole thing, so I'll pick it back as far as I need to and slice it off and see what's happening underneath, so bear with me. Well, it just gets worse, doesn't it? There's obviously quite a bit of rust in here. Obviously I haven't seen myself yet what's under it, but hopefully it's not horrendous in there. Seems to be fairly solid, thankfully. So a couple of patches to make then. I've got the one to make of the inner here, and then I'll bring it on up, take this out as well, the inner, I suppose you'd call that, and then get that chopped out and welded in again as well. Try and make it sort of like the original, but it'll never be seen, so I'm happy enough as long as it's solid. So best to crack out the cardboard and get going. Okay, so I actually have a scuttle end in stock, which I sort of forgot about. So I'm going to try and unpick all the spot welds the whole way around this one, because I want to try and rescue the sunroof drain to try and make it operational again, and there's no way I'm going to replicate that whenever I have no idea how it's meant to look. So I'm going to try and unpick this and we'll go from there, see what I'm going to use out of it. So, after a bit more cutting, a bit more perseverance, I've managed to work out how to split the top of a scuttle. For anybody interested, that bit splits along there. It's actually a separate skin. I always thought it just split along those spot welds, but it turns out they're down in along there. So that's this unpicked, pulled apart, set aside for later. This bit here is the bit of the moment. It's the bit that's needed. You can actually see Ford's genius design. This is where the water rail, or water drain sits there, and it literally just runs down the metal. So yeah, no wonder forged rust. It runs the whole way into here, and then presumably exits in the hinge area. So I intend to cut this back a little bit more because there's a dent in it here, so might as well, while I have a good panel, get rid of it. So I've it all marked out here where I need to cut it to. That'll mean then I can replace an extra bit of this too. I can get at it to replace that. While I have that out, I need to take into this with the wire wheel. Let's see if I've got a wee hole there in it. I'm going to take it back to bare steel, see what I need to fix. I need to also fix down in there. It's not going to be a 5-minute job, but I need to get it done, so best stop talking and actually get working. Bit of an update. I have since fixed the wee hole here. There was another one down in there. I have fixed the lip, fixed this lip, trimmed this all back because there's more rust. Well, there was more rust in here. I've picked the spot welds off, cleaned this lip up, and now I'm ready to start making patches again for this with the cardboard. Well, that's the inner A post solid again. Just took a wee bit of working on it, but it's now solid. Ready to start getting these other bits all ready to fit. I have a few repairs to do on that, as you can see. And a few holes to weld up where the spot welds went right through. So that now, as you can see, sits on quite nicely there. So once I get the repairs done to this, I'm going to treat in here with some sort of rust killer / paint and get on to building this jigsaw puzzle back together again. So that's the new inner piece in, fitted. You can see the water rail back in. So all that remains now is to get the outer piece tidied up, painted on the inside, and set into place here somehow. So that's next on the agenda. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. It was a lot more complicated than I first thought, but as always, if you take a bit of time and think about it and just sort of take it step by step, it doesn't seem as bad. So yeah, on to the next bit. It's time to get this last bit tacked on. A wee bit fit here, which I cut off earlier and saved. So once I get this tacked into place where it needs to be, I'll trim this off, set this piece here back in, and weld the two shut. And that's that done, thankfully. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the welding. The next time you see this, it'll be all fully welded, grinded, dressed, primed and ready to go. That's enough welding for one episode. I have been preoccupied slightly. That happened. I just couldn't resist it. So I have this one sort of mocked up where I think it should go. It does clear the bonnet. It looks quite high there, but it does clear the bonnet. So the next video is going to be how I did that, and getting it on the other side. The other side is more tricky because of the many brake pipes, the coolant pipe, power steering pipes, the filler cap, everything really on this side. And the down pipe is going to be fun as well, trying to get 2.5 inch pipe down through the gap between the oil filter and the steering column, but I'll work that out whenever I come to it. This side is dead simple to get stuff out, and there's a massive gap down there to get pipe out for the exhaust. So yeah, it'll be fun to crack the TIG out again and actually get welding some thick stuff that hopefully shouldn't burn holes in. So thanks for watching as per usual. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment if there's anything you like, don't like, want to see, don't want to see, let me know. Bye.